Welcome back, guys. It's Lightvoid here, and welcome back to Heroes of the Storm for another episode of Bronze League Heroes of the Storm. And today we're going to have the blue team featuring Varian, Sonya, Lily, Chromie, and Thrall. And on the red team, we're going to be having Dihaka, Sylvanas, Ufa, Leeming, and Hanzo. Dihaka Solo Warrior. This is my favorite kind of game. You know, when you get forced to play Warrior and then nobody else wants to play Warrior, so you end up having a Dihaka main tank. Please note that Dihaka is not a main tank, and he should not be taken as the main tank role in any game that you play, because Dihaka is not meant to be a main tank. It looks like we're going to have the five-man brawl. Nope, Sonya's AFK. Sonya's AFK in the base. And allies are pinging Sonya, and Chromie, she's setting up in the bush. She's going to throw out some of her devastating spells, so Dragon's Breath actually lands on Ufa. Looks like Thrall is going to be doing a little pokey. He's going to be activating his Wind Fury, trying to gain a little bit of that damage onto people. Looks like Varian's going to charge in with his Lion's Maw, and he's going to be separated from the rest of his team, but looks like so far they're doing a good job. I mean, Sylvanas is just split pushing top lane as Sylvanas should do, and Sonya's actually joining into the 5-man brawl. I mean, it's not really a 5-man brawl. Looks like Thrall is licked in by the Dihaka, and the tower does do some significant damage to Thrall, but Thrall manages to heal back up with his passive. Oh, looks like Lily got Hanzo just by the edge of her Cloud Serpent. Oh, no, not her Cloud Serpent. What am I talking about? Her Blinding Wind, that's right. Blinding Wind, boys. So let's have a look at the talent builds. So all of these wonderful, Sylvanas is split pushing. Pro tip of the day! Do not split push with Sylvanas. Well, maybe in lower leagues actually works, because nobody ever responds to split pushing Sylvanas. They're all so concentrated on the brawl mid that they don't actually rotate to top lane. Let's have a look at Thrall's talent. Crash Lightning. So Thrall is opting for the 4-man rotation Crash Lightning build, and it looks like Varian's trying to get Sylvanas, but I think if Sylvanas actually turned around there, she might have been able to get Varian. What else is happening here? Looks like a huge brawl is happening mid. And still Dihaka. The reason why you don't choose Dihaka as the solo warrior is because Dihaka is meant to be around on the map, soaking, clearing minion waves. And when he's doing that, he can't be with his team. So that's why you should never ever choose Dihaka solo warrior. But I presume maybe Sylvanas was tilted and Sylvanas just wanted to play Sylvanas and didn't want to play a tank or anything. So we're going to have Chromie dealing a lot of damage with her W. And Thrall is looking to poke a little bit in. So far Thrall has 6 stacks of his Crash Lightning. And Varian's charging into Sylvanas. Varian does have level 4, but he hasn't chosen his heroic yet, which, I mean, that's a little bit strange. She's gonna go for Twin Blades. Oh my god, classic. With the only warrior capable of solo tanking and peeling for his team, he opts to go for the Twin Blades of Fury. Basic attacks reduce heroic strikes cooldown by 9 seconds and increase Varian's movement speed by 30% for 2 seconds. And Chromie's gonna eat an arcane orb from Leeming, whilst Thrall is trying to complete the temple. And with Varian having Twin Blades, I mean, sure, you can complete the objective fine by yourself, but you're not really with a team. And I think Dihaka at this point is actually much better of a team player than Twin Blades Varian. Sylvanas gonna charge in. She's going to attempt to kill Chromie, but she gets taken out by Thrall instead. Absolute horror is happening. Dihaka's got 32 essence. He's got a reasonable size of healing banked up, and Dihaka chooses to activate his healing, his essence collection active to heal back up. Meanwhile, Twin Blades Variant might die to a Sky Temple Guardian. Oh my god, he survives with just 10 health. Good lord, Dihaka, what are you doing? Dihaka, no! Varian was just there. Oh my goodness, the Haka coming in with the Brush Stalker, but unfortunately he was too blind to see that Twin Blaze variant. Sonya's gonna take camp with Thrall. Let's have a look at Thrall's talent, Mana Tide. Frostproof Resilience restores 15 mana and reduces basic ability cooldowns by 0.5 seconds. A fairly good talent, but I don't think that's the talent that I would take at this point. Not that I've played a lot of Thrall, but I'm not sure what exactly Thrall's talents are, and I can't really see all of Thrall's talents right now, which is a pity. But so far, we're seeing that Ufa and Hanzo are going for a camp. Let's see what both Hanzo went for. Pardon me there. Oh, I've just eaten a little bit too much. Hanzo, target practice. Hit every enemy hero with Stormbow. It's a Stormbow build. And Sonya's going to be pushing in with her Bruiser camp. Meanwhile, Thrall is going to join the fray with Chromie in the back for some reinforcement. But at the same time, Hanzo and Sylvanas are clearing out a minion. A siege camp. Meanwhile, this is happening. As the push continues, they unfortunately did not manage to take that fort, and Sonya is going in for a little bit of damage. She's trying to get her whirlwind off, maybe. Nope, she's not going to use her whirlwind. And again, Varian managed to secure a kill on a Sylvanas, who was probably horribly out of position. Hanzo's just poking around, poking with a Stormbow. He still hasn't completed his Stormbow quest. 3 out of 5 enemy heroes hit so far. He needs to hit a little bit more heroes in order to complete that quest. Looks like Sonya's attempting to take the fort out, but the minion wave from the back is coming in, and oh, Chromie gets licked by the Haka. A perfect placement from the Haka there, but unfortunately they don't manage to secure the kill. Meanwhile, the blue team is going to take this objective, and with Twin Blades variant, a difficult choice, but in lower leagues, Twin Blades variant could work. Variant gets blown back by the Sky Temple Guardian. He's attempting to charge back in to no avail. Chromie is going to half back for a little bit of health and mana, while Sonya continues to push solo top because she doesn't care about her team. And instead, Ufa is sent to clear the top minion wave. A true support indeed, a true support. Meanwhile, Varian is opting for Warbringer. He's sacrificing the tankiness of Shield Wall. He's going straight for that damage, boys. He doesn't care about his team. He only wants to get those sweet, juicy kills. What is Sylvanas doing here? She's just being out of position constantly. Sylvanas is not a frontline warrior. You can't position Sylvanas like you would play Twin Blades variant, for God's sake. But Twin Blades variant, that beautiful Divine Shield actually might save Li Ming's life, actually. That was quite a well-timed Divine Shield buy. What is the Haka doing? Why did he just Brush Stalker away? He Brush Stalkered away to clear a minion wave here? What the hell? What is happening right now? What is happening? The Haka was here. He saw that his team needed some help, and he Brush Stalkered away to clear a minion wave here? What on earth is going on? Meanwhile, Sonya is just continually to siege down the middle fort, but I mean, the Haka. This is not about the Haka, by the way. It is a player, because you can see the player's name there. But the Haka is actually going to probably get yoinked and joinked and slapped away by the Twin Blades of Varian. The Haka's in a little bit of trouble here. The Haka's surrounded by 4 enemies of the blue team, but will the Haka die? I think the Haka might just be dead. If Varian lances, yes, Varian charges to the Haka, and Varian unfortunately does get taken down by Sylvanas, Li Ming, and Hanzo, as Ufa charges back into the battle, but Chromie's Slowing Sands manages to zone out the rest of the red team. But Chromie, she's looking to do a little bit of damage. I think that she's overextending a little bit too far. She's trying to get her Sandblast stacks, but with Slowing Sands, she has infinite amount of crowd control, and the Haka does not land that tongue. But I mean, Chromie, the classic talent of bye-bye, reduces the cast time of Hearthstone by 75%. Optimally, you should never get this talent because, well, It's just not very good compared to the 7-second stasis that you can get at the same talent tier. So far, Frau has not been doing his quests very well. He's only gotten 10 stacks of his Crash Lightning. I think Frau is looking to... What is Frau doing? Frau's just... Where is Frau? Where is Frau? Frau's there. He should look to just keep spamming up his lightning. Whatever it's called. What's the correct name? His chain lightning, right. Meanwhile, 3 members of the red team are going to pose to take this objective. Whilst Varian is gonna be a man, he's gonna take the objective all by himself because he's Varian. He doesn't need any help. He's Twin Blades Varian with Warbringer and Juggernaut for that maximum charge, that maximum stickiness, and that maximum damage. I mean, let's have a look at the keep wall here. It's actually taken out by the temple, and for the red team, it's looking in a bit of a pickle because while the temple is targeting this fort, and ultimately you want the temple to be targeting the keep instead, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But I think this is a 4v5. I mean, red team is bound to win this, right? Varian's up top, he's just split pushing, but I mean, red team, you've got 5 members here. Surely you can take a 4v5 here, even with a talent tier disadvantage. I mean, just charge back in. Look at Sonya. She's so low. You can just burst down Lily so quick. Good job to Hanzo managing to snipe off Sonya. But I think that Thrall, he needs a little bit more Crash Lightning stacks. But with the lack of a proper tank and the lack of proper peel, it's really hard to just keep charging into battle and trying to get those Chain Lightning stacks. Meanwhile, Varian, I want those camps, and the Haka, he might have a little bit too many bruiser camps here. There's actually a huge minion wave here. There's huge minion and bruiser camp here. But Sylvanas should be able to take down this camp fairly easily. But I think Varian's just overextending a little bit, and I'm not sure why the Haka went back. If they all converged on Varian, he would have been able to die quite quickly. But it looks like, oh my god, this is so painful to watch. Varian is just getting kills after kills after kills, and the red team is not even coordinating to kill him. Meanwhile, Sonya, deciding that pushing with her team to get a keep is not worth it. Instead, she's going to push the middle lane for absolutely no reason at all. Meanwhile, Twin Blade Varian is gonna get some work done. Work done. Oh my god, Twin Blade Varian still. Oh my lord, Twin Blades Varian. No, it shouldn't work, but it works. This is the very best of the very worst. This is Bronze League heroes. What do you expect? What do you expect? Do you expect the red team to actually converge and kill Twin Blades Varian? But Chromie putting a little bit too much confidence in her level, whatever, level 13 or level 11 for Chromie. Her bye-bye talent, she's putting a little bit too much confidence in bye-bye. And she does get taken out. Meanwhile, the Haka is going to take the top temple for himself. And the blue team is going to take the middle sky temple for themselves. As Sonya continues just to split push all game. I mean, so far this Sylvanas has actually been going with her team quite often. Whereas the Sonya's just been split pushing all game, I think. I mean, Sonya and Varian, the ultimate split pusher combo with superb sustain, and just if you don't focus Sonya or Varian down, they can just basically heal off you. Like Sonya can just whirlwind, heal off a bunch of enemy heroes. Varian can just continue to duel people to the death unless the red team actually focuses on him. But I mean, Chromie, she's went for the Dragon's Breath quest, so now she actually has a lot of damage on her Dragon's Breath, which is Chromie's W, by the way. And Ufa actually just dies to Thrall's Earthquake. That was a well-timed Earthquake by Thrall, but I think the red team was a little bit too slow in getting there. As Varian and Sonya, the two warriors of the blue team, are going to leave the rest of their team to die whilst they take a boss, which might in fact take the bottom key, but who knows. So far the red team, is working pretty well together. I mean, they're sticking together pretty well, and I can't blame them for doing that. I mean, they want to win. So far, Dihaka has really been sticking with his team quite well. The same cannot be said for Varian. I mean, Varian, my man, this strategy should not work, and yet it's working. Varian split pushing all game as the red team is looking for an engagement. Dihaka is overextending a little bit as Dihaka manages to complete his quest finally at 14 minutes into the game, which is to collect essence until the maximum. So right now Dihaka has a maximum of 60 essence, which is pretty good. As Li Ming, I'm not sure what Li Ming's doing there. She's a little bit overextended. I feel like she's looking to push with the bruiser camp, but the rest of her team just aren't there. And oh my goodness, the boss is actually going to get some damage on the core. I think the shields are going to start going down for the red team's core, as Varian is finally focused down and killed by the red team. Finally, Varian is focused down just as he takes down the bottom keep all by himself, and as the boss does some shield damage. But alas, this is not what it should be. Sonya, again, this should not work. I mean, the entirety of the red team is on this side, and Sonya's trying to get the camp all by herself. No one's focusing Chromie. No one's focusing Chromie. Chromie's just in the back. She's raining destruction upon the red team as Dihaka manages to get a lick on Chromie. But, I mean, Dihaka's not backed up by the rest of his team. I think he's like overextending a little bit too far here. He's looking to try his luck a little bit too much here. Dihaka unfortunately does not have any mana left, but he does have his heal banked up, so I mean, if he's in any trouble, he can just heal back up. But the middle keep for the red team is actually looking devastatingly low. As Dihaka, he's looking for an engagement. This is why you don't pick Dihaka's main tag, people. Dihaka just can't engage that well. Hanzo is a little bit too low, and Ufa is one of the... Ufa's running out of mana pretty quickly, and oh, that was a beautiful route by Thrall, by the way. And Chromie's W does manage to take out Sylvanas at this point. Varian, he's not caring about his team, and he's just continuing to split. So, and Dihaka goes in to commit suicide again. And Lily does manage to finish off Dihaka as the Russian Varian. I'm not sure whether he's Russian, but he's using the Russian Varian skin anyway. Finally, the Varian, he realizes that, well, it's level 20, it's time to make things work. And guess what Varian chose at level 20? That's right, Renzi. Twin Blades of Fury increases Varian's attack speed by an additional 15%. I'm not sure what happened with the mini-map there. And basic attacks increases movement speed by an additional 10%. It looks like all 3 keeps for the red team are down. Will the red team survive this onslaught of the Sky Temple? I think that the red team might just hold on to this game a little bit longer as the siege camps start pushing in. Double siege camps, oh my goodness. As Hanzo gets rooted by Thrall, and Thrall's Wind Fury is charging in as Hanzo leaps over the wall with superb agility. And as Varian takes a wailing arrow to the face, and so far the blue team is looking in the commanding position to do whatever they can. But the red team might be in a little bit of trouble here. Holy cow, Sonya's focused down nearly, but Sonya manages to activate her shield as the red team makes their final stand. Will they focus down Twin Blades Varian? Will they focus down anybody at all? Lily is quite low on health, and actually for the first time in the game, Lily is actually low on mana. She's only gotten 100 mana left, and I think the red team actually is gonna focus down the majority of blue team. Two blue team members are taken down by the red team, and the fight continues. I mean, at this point, it's gonna be difficult for the red team to make a comeback. I mean, I'm not sure when the next objective is, but the next objective is going to be in the top and the bottom. So for the red team to secure the victory, they need to take at least one of the temples to themselves. But I mean, Varian and Sonya, the main front line for the blue team, are down for another 30 seconds. And it could be good for the red team. I mean, so far the red team has been playing fairly well for Bronze League. I mean, they're grouping up fairly consistently. albeit the draft could be a little bit better, but I think that you need to split up. You can't go to one temple. You need to go to 2 temples. Where's the Haka? The Haka's up in 5 seconds. He should brush stalk immediately to the bottom temple, and they should try to delay the top temple as much as possible. But I think that with Varian and Sonya up in 4 seconds, it might be a little bit tough. They need to stand on the temple right now. They need to stand on the temple. Absolutely, just go to the temple. I mean, this is a 4v5v3. I mean, they should be able to focus down these 3 members of the blue team fairly quickly. But what is Li Ming and Hanzo doing? They're far too much in the backline. Hanzo lands a Dragon's Arrow, but with Varian back, I think this is going to be quite difficult for the red team to make a comeback. And indeed, the catapults and the minions of the blue team are going to converge on the red team's core. And with Sonya taking the bottom temple all by herself, and with the blue team in command of the temple up top, I think it might be a little bit too much for the red team to handle, and that is going to be the game for the blue team. Holy cow, that was such a classic game of bronzing. I mean, holy cow, this Thrall was MVP. Thrall didn't die a single time. You have to be proud of him. Did he actually finish his quest? I'm not actually sure whether Thrall finished his quest. He did not finish his Crash Lightning quest, which is a pity, I suppose, but nevertheless they managed to secure the win. And I think this just shows how devastating Twin Blades can be in the lower leagues, because nobody focuses the Twin Blades variant, and they're just all walking around trying to duel Varian to the death. And I mean, with Varian and Frenzy with second win, that's going to be real difficult. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Bronze League Heroes, and I'll be back with more if I get more replays. If you do want to send in your Bronze League replays, please do send them in to sir.lightofvoid@gmail.com. I'm looking forward to casting a replay. So far, there hasn't been a lot of people sending in replays, and which is a pity, because I really do like this series. I really would like to continue doing this series, but for now, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.